Hey cat lovers, welcome back to the Purring Journal, the channel where we explore everything fascinating, funny, and sometimes a little spooky about our feline friends. October is the spooky season of ghosts, ghouls, and creatures of the night. And while most of us think of costumes and candy, there are actually cat breeds out there that look like they've walked straight out of a Halloween storybook. Some are elegant and mysterious, others are downright eerie, and a few are so unusual that they look like they belong in another world entirely. So in today's video, we're revealing 10 cat breeds that arguably look like Halloween characters. From werewolves to aliens, mummies to witches, familiars, these cats could easily be the stars of their own spooky tale. If you enjoy learning about cat behavior, facts, tips, and more, subscribe to the channel so you never miss a video. Now grab a cozy blanket, maybe even some candy, and let's dive in. Number 1. Lykoi, the werewolf cat. If you've never seen a Lykoi before, you're in for a shock. Nicknamed the werewolf cat, this breed has a patchy coat that makes it look like it's mid-transformation under the full moon. Their sparse fur and haunting yellow eyes can give them the uncanny resemblance to any classic werewolf movie. The breed actually developed naturally from a genetic mutation in domestic short-hair cats that affects their hair growth. Some Lykoi almost look hairless in spots, with bald patches around the face and body, while others have scraggly coats that seem perpetually wild. Despite their unsettling appearance, Lykois are known for being sweet, playful, and affectionate. They're intelligent hunters too, so you might catch them stalking imaginary prey around the house. In the Halloween lineup, though, they're a clear headliner, like a furry little monster straight from a haunted forest. Even their name adds to their mystique. Lykoi comes from the Greek word for wolf. Pair that with their glowing eyes in the dark, and you can see why people sometimes mistake them for supernatural creatures. Imagine opening your door on Halloween night to find a Lykoi staring back at you. You'd almost expect the full moon to be rising right behind them. Number 2, the Oriental Shorthair, the enchanting shapeshifter. Next up, the Oriental Shorthair. If a witch needs a sleek, mysterious companion, this cat would fit the role perfectly. With its long, elegant body, enormous pointed ears, and almond-shaped eyes, the Oriental Shorthair has a look that feels just a little otherworldly. They come in over 300 coat colors and patterns, but the black-coated Orientals are especially Halloween ready. Their dramatic silhouette and almost bat-like ears make them look like a shadow moving across the room. Some people even compare them to gargoyles or magical familiars. Orientals are famously talkative and opinionated, so if you ever wondered what it'd be like to have a chatty spirit in the house, this breed gives you that vibe, minus the haunting. They're beautiful, eerie, and undeniably captivating. Some cat guardians might even describe their Oriental Shorthairs as little sorcerers, who demand attention with a commanding voice. Their meows echoing through the house like incantations. And when paired with their piercing eyes, it's not hard to imagine them casting spells under a harvest moon. Number 3. Devon Rex, the alien cat. If aliens ever visited Earth and decided to disguise themselves as cats, they'd probably choose the Devon Rex look. With huge eyes, oversized ears, and short curly fur, this breed looks like it belongs on a UFO instead of a cat tree. Devons are incredibly playful and mischievous, almost like little tricksters. They'll climb curtains, sneak into cabinets, and perch on your shoulder like a goblin sidekick. Their personality only adds to their Halloween feel, equal parts imp, fairy, and extraterrestrial visitor. And because of their lean build and unusual face shape, Devon Rex cats can strike poses that look like something out of a sci-fi horror film. But don't be fooled, they're affectionate cuddlebugs at heart. Just don't be surprised if they seem to be plotting something within those wide, knowing eyes. Their reputation for mischief makes them even more fitting for Halloween. They've been known to snatch food off the table, hide objects, and surprise their guardians with sudden jumps and pounces. With their wide-eyed stare, it's easy to imagine they're receiving instructions from a starship hovering overhead. Number 4, the Selkirk Rex, the fluffy phantom. If the Devon Rex is the alien of the cat world, then the Selkirk Rex is its fluffy, ghostly cousin. With their dense, curly coats, Selkirks look like they've been caught in a magical cloud, or maybe they've wandered out of a mad scientist laboratory. Their wild curls can give them a perpetually unkept appearance, which feels perfect for Halloween. Imagine a spooky movie scene where the mysterious cat walks down the hallway, its curly fur lit dramatically by candlelight. It's both strange and enchanting. Selkirks are actually nicknamed the cat in sheep's clothing because of their woolly coats. They're also sweet, patient, and easygoing. So while they may look like magical creatures from a Tim Burton film, they're really just lovable goofballs. Because their coats can come in many colors, including smoky grays and inky blacks, Selkirks can look like they've stepped straight off of a storm cloud. Pair their curly fur with a glowing jack-o'-lantern in the background, and you have a Halloween postcard image that's both whimsical and a little eerie. Number 5. Persian with the black coat, the ghostly noble. Few cats embody Halloween elegance like a black Persian. With their long flowing coats and flat mysterious faces, black Persians look like they belong in a gothic castle. There's something almost ghostly about them, especially when their glowing eyes peek out from their dark fur. Persians have been associated with mystery and royalty for centuries. In a Halloween setting, you could imagine one perched beside a crystal ball, quietly judging you from the shadows. Their slow, graceful movements and calm demeanor only add to the aura of an ancient guardian. Of course, being the guardian of a Persian means a lot of grooming, but maybe that's a trade-off for having what looks like a supernatural familiar at your side. A black Persian could easily be cast as a cat's for a fortune teller or villain, silently adding menace to a scene without ever moving a paw. Their sheer presence feels like an omen, beautiful but tinged with an otherworldly warning. Number 6. Norwegian Forest Cat, the Enchanted Guardian. From ghostly Persians, we've moved into fairy tale territory with the Norwegian Forest Cat. These majestic cats look like they've leapt straight out of a storybook about witches, elves, and magical forests. With their thick, double-layered eyes, tufted ears, and wild manes, they're practically built from mythical stories. In Norse mythology, cats were sacred to the goddess Freya, who was said to ride a chariot pulled by giant cats. It's easy to see why the Norwegian Forest Cat earned that association. Their sheer size and regal presence makes them look like protectors of hidden realms, or the guardians of a haunted castle. If you want a cat that captures both the magic and mystery of Halloween, this breed is it. They're affectionate, adventurous, and undeniably enchanting. Because they're natural climbers, you might even catch them perched high above you, like sentinels keeping watch from the rafters. Combine that with their thick, flowing coats, and they can look more like forest spirits than ordinary pets. Number 7. Maine Coon, the Beastly Companion. Maine Coon is one of the largest domestic cat breeds, and when you see one in person, you understand why they're often compared to mythical beasts. With their massive size, tufted ears, and lion-like ruffs, Maine Coons can look positively feral, like a lynx prowling through the forest. But despite their intimidating appearance, Maine Coons are gentle giants. They're famously friendly and good-natured, making them the perfect mix of beastly on the outside and cuddly on the inside. In a Halloween lineup, a black or dark-coated Maine Coon could easily play the role of a haunted castle's guardian or a mythical forest creature. Their striking presence makes them unforgettable. Legends even suggest that Viking explorers may have brought Maine Coon's ancestors across the ocean, which only adds to their aura as cats of myth and mystery. When one pads silently into a dark room, it's easy to imagine them as the spirit beasts of ancient lore. Number 8. The Sphynx, the Mummy Cat. Nothing says Halloween quite like a Sphynx cat. With their hairless, wrinkled skin and piercing eyes, Sphynxes look like they've been resurrected from an ancient tomb. Their appearance is often compared to mummies or goblins, making them one of the most Halloween-y and unique breeds out there. Yet, for all their eerie looks, Sphynxes are affectionate, goofy, and endlessly social. They love attention and warmth, often burrowing under blankets or perching on their humans for heat. Their Halloween aesthetic is undeniable, though. Picture one perched on a candlelit table. They'd look like they were guarding ancient secrets. Equal parts unsettling and lovable, the Sphynx is truly one of a kind. When dressed in little sweaters, as many guardians do to keep them warm, they can look like miniature pharaohs wrapped for burial, adding another eerie layer to their Halloween charm. Number 9. The Scottish Fold, the Owl Familiar. The Scottish Fold might not be scary at first glance, but their round faces and folded ears give them an uncanny resemblance to owls. And in folklore, owls are often associated with mystery, omens, and the supernatural, making this breed a perfect fit for Halloween. With their wide, curious eyes, Scottish Folds often look like they're gazing into another dimension. They have an innocent yet eerie quality, as if they're silently observing things humans can't see. They're also famously sweet and affectionate, which softens the spooky factor a bit. Think of them as the palate cleansers before the final witch's cat, but still otherworldly enough to fit the theme. Some guardians even call them watchers because of how intently they stare. Pair that behavior with a flickering candle in a dark room, and you could easily convince yourself that they're guarding you from something unseen. Number 10. Bombay, the Witch's Cat. And finally, we end with the ultimate Halloween archetype, the Bombay Cat. Sleek, black, and golden-eyed, Bombays were actually bred to resemble miniature panthers. They're the closest thing you can get to the classic witch's cat that's been haunting Halloween lore for centuries. When a Bombay walks into a room, it looks like a living shadow, graceful, confident, and just a little intimidating. Their striking appearances perfectly match with their playful, affectionate personalities. It's no wonder black cats have been tied to Halloween for so long. In medieval Europe, they were associated with witches and always shrouded in mystery. Adopting a Bombay is like having that timeless Halloween symbol curled up right in your lap. Their golden eyes glowing against jet black fur almost looks like lanterns in the dark. Many people say that when a Bombay stares at you, it feels like they're peering straight into your soul. Exactly the kind of mystique you'd expect from a witch's most trusted familiar. So there you have it, 10 cat breeds that look like Halloween characters, from the werewolf-like Lykoi to the classic witch's cat, the Bombay. These breeds prove that cats don't need costumes to bring the spooky season to life. Whether you're a fan of the mystical, the eerie, or the downright bizarre, there's a cat out there that embraces the spirit of Halloween all year round. Which of these breeds do you think is the spookiest? Would you ever adopt one of these breeds? Let us know in the comments below. And happy spooky season, cat lovers. Give your cat some extra treats tonight, because even the scariest looking ones are just cuddly little companions at heart.